Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Rainbow Rising, Voice of the Feminine. The first message that I have is Dead End. Alice Unchained and Down the Rabbit Hole. So please do not fear. Dead end doesn't mean anything scary, just the opposite. It means that you have graduated, and some of us have graduated, have shifted, changed enormously, highered our standards, and a cycle of the cycle within us, the cycle of choosing the same thing over and over and kind of like not learning the lesson or like not getting it is over, because we finally got it. So congratulations, we got it and we are ready to graduate. What does it mean? It means that we turn the page and we write a new chapter. How we choose to write it is totally up to us. Our manifestation skills are growing, and I think we're getting more and more confident. So it's very exciting. It's very exciting, a new chapter to create, and because I'm using this the Rose Oracle. Excuse me. The Rose Oracle, I absolutely love it, by Rebecca Campbell. And the first card that I have is the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities. So like I think they say it in the Matrix that when Neo takes the first jump and he falls flat on his face, he hits the concrete, and they say that nobody succeeds the first time. So I feel like there's something very important, and it's quite well defined, and the first jump was not very successful. We didn't fully get there. So there's a second chance, all right? There's a second chance. It's called the second bloom. Isn't that beautiful? And hopefully, I'm entirely sure that with growing confidence and inner peace and trust, you can make it. There is a morning dew, clarity, fresh start, a positive outlook. There's a lot of work at the moment worth doing when it comes to changing our mindset, shifting our beliefs, leaving behind old, outworn beliefs, outdated beliefs, that no longer serve us. Maybe they served our grandmothers, grandfathers, but we live in a completely different reality, and we create our reality with our beliefs. So why not make it more exciting, more abundant, more joyful, and lighter? We are nature, becoming grounded, living in connection, embodiment. I think it's crucial to feel the connection with nature and to know how to call upon it, how to know how to nurture ourselves, connecting with the mother, connecting with water, connecting with anything, any element that we want to connect with at a given moment. And it's really important to master this trust within us and realize the importance of simple intentions. Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. Maybe the answer to something was right in our face and we were not ready to see it. Maybe something was served on a silver platter and we did not know how to receive it. It's an important time to open ourselves to receive and drop the feeling of unworthiness, of not deserving, because that's the wall that we need to melt within us. It's been created by our upbringing, by society, by our environment, and we're not the ones to blame, but it's good to acknowledge that something like that exists and melt it away, even set an intention to drop it, to release it. And I feel like all this abundance and all these manifestations of our intentions are right at our doorstep. They are knocking on our doors, and some of us just don't let it in. Because how do we receive love if all our lives we've been turning away from it? And when we feel love, the high vibration of love will push out all the other debris of hurt and trauma, and it might be unpleasant. So that's another thing that we might subconsciously shy away from. The door only opens from within. No one can break in to your heart. The permission has to happen from within. So let's give permission and open and trust and let love in. The bud. Potential, promise, it's about to happen, keep going. It's important not to stop now, not to give up. Don't push, don't force, but don't lose faith in what you've been striving for, where you're heading. Everything in its own time, in the right time. We are not always the ones to decide when and what will happen. We are the ones that have the courage to surrender to the flow of life and take those leaps with an open heart. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Sometimes the heart opens unexpectedly. It can come as a surprise. Maybe you open someone's heart unintentionally and that person did not expect this to happen. Maybe the heart has never opened as much, and it can be a little bit scary experience. The heart could have opened through pleasure, through sexual pleasure, ecstasy, through romance that seemed to be light and under control. and it got deeper. It created the rapture. We have the reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. We all impact each other when we meet, when our energies mix, and whoever's on higher vibration at the moment of the encounter triggers the other person to purge lower vibrational energies and go higher. And at times it can feel like a conflict, or the higher vibrating person can feel like they're being attacked because they'd be triggering the other side that much. Someone's untamed here, and that's a beautiful word. I love it, the wild rose, but it can, together with the reunion and rapture, it can get out of control, in a sense that when our encounter changes another person, it's the first time that another person experiences something like that, and they might not be able to control themselves, and they can hurt us, so be careful with that. Another card we have is the thorn. So the rose has thorns. Protection, boundaries, clear communication. So it's really important to appreciate the process of opening and integration, but also very important not to wait till the last moment until we're pushed too far, but clearly communicate from the start what is okay, what is not okay, and what we're uncomfortable with. I'm just learning about this myself as well, how to clearly communicate our needs and before the boundaries are crossed. Lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess, here for this, so-called gather. I think we will feel more and more connected with our brothers and sisters, even though the encounter might seem as the first one. We will have this sense of home, family, familiarity, moved by the goddess, because we are all put on each other's path as helpers. And I've experienced that within last month many times, and it was amazing. It was a miracle. Oftentimes I didn't even give the feedback to the other person. I didn't say, oh, you know, I feel like you've been put on my path for a reason, because I just set an intention for this and that. I didn't want to freak anyone out. The return, a new story, you decide. Alignment, it's coming together. So we might get another chance to another go if we choose to, but we decide, again, there's free will, of course, and how we want to write our story, it's up to us. Take everything with compassion and try to understand where other people come from, while at the same time clearly communicating your boundaries and taking yourself out of situations that don't serve you, despite you clearly understanding why it's happening, right? Humanity, grace, mystic rose. I feel there's a new cycle that's just started with the strawberry full moon, and it's a cycle of prioritizing yourself, especially for empaths, those who tend to identify needs of other people very quickly and tend to them. It will be a shift. It will shift our self-care routine, our choices, and these choices will benefit everyone. So we're not taking away from anyone. It's oftentimes very motivating, very stimulating, very inspiring when we tend to ourselves from the place of compassion. It can be a beautiful road sign for another. A child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. Let's try to thank ourselves for how far we've come and appreciate the connections that we have and appreciate ourselves, because so often we don't even see ourselves. The anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. Wow. Get ready, everyone, because it might get a bit uncomfortable in the sense that some of us will have to step forward and learn how to lead, even though we might be uncomfortable in this role. Maybe we want other people to lead for themselves, but sometimes it's very useful to have someone to look up to, or at least someone to talk to. And guess what? Maybe that person is you. Maybe you are the one that people will come to. And get ready. Maybe you'll be the one giving advice. Maybe you'll be the one listening to people's stories and trying to guide them forward. So whatever it is that you do, whatever you're good at something clearly, because there's a leadership role coming up. The sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. As we raise our standards when it comes to self-respect, as we dare to look inside and open that door from within, as it only opens from within, as the door can only be opened through the heart. The door to change, the door to self-mastery, the door to true love. So this sacred union is something very deep that actually starts within your heart. And when you start to respect your heart, honor your heart, you will start respecting others as you respect yourself, and all your relationship will change. So it might be challenging to clearly communicate to people we are normally connected with that we are changed and we want this connection to be on different terms, or maybe we don't want this connection anymore. So clear communication will be the key, and daring to communicate, to initiate the conversation, and stick with that new you, right? Don't go back. The Sun, joy, life force, success. This is a very beautiful card of enlightenment, of choosing the right path, of happiness. So I'm really glad to see it. There's also wish fulfillment, unexpected wish fulfillment, more than you know. Life can surprise you very positively. The breathing rose, heart healing. As you heal the heart, you let in more and more of the abundance and love that the universe has always had to offer. We were just blocking it with our pain, our sadness, our grieving that was like lingering in our heart. So this is a beautiful relief through breath. It's called the breathing rose, and emotional connections might go deeper and deeper than ever before. Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. I'm very touched because I feel the masculine and feminine aspect coming together with mutual respect and balance for themselves and for each other, while the toxicity gets healed, toxicity, addiction, and trauma, when they are embraced with love and compassion and self-forgiveness. A sacred masculine honoring sacred feminine, protecting her and supporting. That's very beautiful, and this is a mega step forward for humanity, and I feel it's something that hasn't occurred for a long time. The Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Look how beautiful this card is. The Great Mother, our planet, our beautiful creator, comes into balance as the sacred masculine gets healed and steps forward. Sacred masculine is also within each and every one of us, so is feminine. But I see this as physical unions coming together and creating this balance on Mother Earth. Brothers of the Rose and the Mother. The Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching. Inner quest. The Holy Grail is this eternal mystery that now is being found and discovered within, and it manifests as union, physical union, spiritual union, heart union of masculine and feminine that balances the mother. I would like to end the reading here. I want to show you the cards again because together they create this beautiful trinity, and the message is just deep. coral and the black pearl are something that can help in this process. Black pearl is very, very precious, and it's supposed to help with the broken heart. And the coral is related to our sacral chakra, where our emotions, I mean, they can get stuck anywhere, but we often absorb other people's emotions in this very sensitive area, and we manifest from there, I believe, as well. So black pearl and coral can help you with healing at this moment. A seat at the table, the crowning. We are coming together and something new is happening. We have the initiation. I said I would end this reading, but this card definitely it crowns the reading because it's called the crowning. So I feel like a new chapter begins. We are coming together with each other, with our partners, with groups, and something new begins. And how it unfolds is of course up to you individually, how you want to write the chapter, but I feel we have reached the dead end. We're turning the page, and now is the time to fly. So I hope you enjoy it. Take care now. Good night.